Hello guys, in this video I'm going to explain what is process states in operating system. Process state in operating system are the different stages a program through while running. Process states represent the different stages of a program when a program is running. Okay, I'm explain this by taking a real life example. Okay, when a child is in school, so the state of a child is school. When he is in college, so the state is college. Or when the when the kid grows and pass out the college, then the state is pass out the college. Or searching for a job, and working. So these are the different stages of a student. Okay, so here we have different stages of a process. Okay, so first I want to explain what is the difference between a program and a process. Program basically is the set of instructions. Means like when you write a program in a specific programming language like C, C++, Java, and you give the instructions. So this is a program, and when this program is executed or with activities of operating system, means when this program takes memory or it execute the instruction, so this will become the process. Okay, now here you can see there are different stages or states of a process. Okay, so new state. New means like in our phone we have different apps or applications we are installed. Means in our phone the all unused app, just installed apps are come in new state. Okay, in ready state. Means all the applications and apps are ready, but they are waiting for the CPU. Okay, and when this, so here there can be multiple processes. Okay, now in running state there must be a single process. Okay, because in our systems we have a single processor or CPU, so we can have only one process at a time in CPU. Okay, एंड जब हमारा प्रोसेस है, अगर इसको कोई इनपुट आउटपुट और कोई इवेंट अगर इसको परफॉर्म करना होगा, तो जो हमारा प्रोसेस है ये हमारा वेटिंग या ब्लॉक्ड स्टेट में आएगा. ओके, एंड व्हेन आवर प्रोसेस इज कंप्लीटेड देन इट्स स्टेट इज टर्मिनेटेड. Okay, now here also I will explain the process states. In new states all installed processes are known to be in new state. Like I explain, in our mobile phone all our apps means all unused apps are present in new state. Okay, and ready means all processes which are waiting to run on CPU are known to be in ready state. Means here all in मीन्स इन रेडी स्टेट जो भी हमारे प्रोग्राम्स होंगे, जो भी हमारे प्रोसेसेस होंगे, ऑल आर रेडी मीन्स दे हैव इनफ रिसोर्सेज, दे हैव ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम एक्सेस, बट ये वेट करेंगे हमारे सीपीयू के फ्री होने का. जैसे ही हमारा सीपीयू फ्री होगा, इमीडिएटली डिस्पैचर टेक्स द single process which can either have high priority or they have different selection. ओके, सो जो हमारा डिस्पैचर है बेसिकली वो हमारे एक प्रोसेस को लेगा, इट विल टेक वन प्रोसेस एंड इट गिव दैट प्रोसेस टू द सीपीयू. ओके, सो here this is ready state, means in ready state all the processes are ready but they are waiting for the CPU. Okay, and running state, what is running state? In running means when single process is selected by the dispatcher and a dispatcher give it to the CPU. This is known as running state. And in running state is like multi-programming. In multi-programming we have one process in CPU. Okay, terminated state. अब जो हमारी यहाँ पर रनिंग स्टेट है, अब हमारा प्रोसेस सपोज डिस्पैचर विल गिव द प्रोसेस P1. ओके, एंड जो हमारा P1 है यहाँ पर, अगर इसे कोई इनपुट आउटपुट और इवेंट रिक्वायरमेंट है तो ये जाएगा हमारा ब्लॉक्ड स्टेट में. एंड इफ़ अर process is completed then it will go to the terminated state. Okay, but if a process not required any waiting or blocked, means a process is not waiting or in blocked state or not terminated, but we forcefully remove the process or take out the process from the CPU, then this is known as preemption. मीन्स जो हमारा प्रोसेस है यहाँ पर वो हमारा रेडी स्टेट में जाएगा. मीन्स हमारा प्रोसेस अभी कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है, स्टिल आवर प्रोसेस इज़ नॉट कंप्लीटेड, बट हम उसको फोर्सफुली अपने रेडी स्टेट में लेके जा रहे हैं ताकि हमारे अदर प्रोसेस रन हो सकें. ओके, सो दिस इज़ नोन एज प्रिम्सन. मीन्स जो हमारा P1 है, P1 हमारा यहाँ पे आएगा एंड इन फ्यूचर व्हेन द CPU इज़ फ्री देन दिस प्रोसेस विल कम टू द CPU. ओके, बिकॉज it is not completed, we forcefully take out this process from the CPU. Okay, and terminated means when our process is completed. Okay, and this is blocked. In blocked, all processes which are waiting for any input, output or event. Okay, now here process states new to ready. Basically new to ready means suppose we have process P1, P2, P3. Okay, and so we when all the process are ready, they move to the ready state. Okay, ready to running when a process is dispatched to CPU. Okay, here we have multiple processes, but dispatcher select or dispatch the one process to the CPU, because as we already know, we have single processor in our computer. Okay, so one process is dispatched to the CPU. How dispatcher work? Suppose this is our CPU and this is our main memory. Okay, here is our operating system, and here process P1, P2, P3. बेसिकली जो हमारा डिस्पैचर है, लाइक here the data of here P4 is running, and here P4 PCB, here P1 PCB. सो बेसिकली जो हमारा डिस्पैचर है वो हमारा यहाँ से P4 को रिमूव करेगा. इट विल रिमूव द P4 प्रोसेस एंड इट्स कॉन्टेक्स्ट, एंड इट विल add the context of P1 process here. P4 context is removed and P1 context is added by the dispatcher. Dispatcher is the process of or you can say dispatcher is a part of the operating system. Basically this concept is known as context switching. Okay, running to terminated. Here our P1 is selected, and if P1 processing is completed or P1 all tasks are completed, then the state of P1 is terminated. Okay, running to blocked. When a process goes for input output or event, means our P1 is not completed, but it want to perform some input output operation or some event, so its state is blocked. And when the input output or event operation are completed, then it will move to ready state, from blocked state to ready state. Blocked state to ready. Okay, so I will explain it here. And running to ready, when a process is primed. Basically in preemption, our process not completed and not want to perform any input output or event operation, but we will remove the process forcefully from the CPU so that we can perform another operation. Okay, so this is basically preemption. Now I will explain an example of how process state work and how a process moves through different states. Suppose we have a MS Word or anything, an application. When we double click on an application icon, then this comes in the new state, means our process is in new state. Our program starts to load. At this state, our program starts to load. Ready. In ready state, the application has loaded and is ready for CPU to type, but the CPU is currently busy with a background task. In ready state, basically our task all tasks are ready, but they are waiting for the CPU because CPU is busy in some background task. Okay, first we start from new state, then we move to ready state. In ready state, there can be multiple processes. You have to remember this point. Okay, then running state. You start typing a sentence and the CPU processes your keystrokes and display the character on the screen. In running state basically means process has the access to CPU, means process move to the CPU. Okay, and who move the process to the CPU? Dispatcher. Dispatcher is also a part of operating system. And from running state, if the process is completed, then the state of a process is completed. But when if user want to save the ms word file, okay, so it will click generally control plus s, or basically he or she give the instruction to save the file. Then process come to waiting state, then our process move to waiting state. And when this saving process is completed, then our process move to the ready state. And again when dispatcher find the time or dispatcher select it, when the CPU is free, it will move the process again to the running state. Okay, and terminated when we close the window. Okay, remember this point. Like here in running state, when a process is in running state, okay, it will, when the process is completed, then it will move to the terminated state. Okay, or when it want to perform some input output or event operation, then only it will move to the waiting state. Remember this point. These two states are only done when process wants, but preemption is a state which a process not want to achieve. Okay, but we forcefully remove the process from CPU. Okay, this state is done forcefully. In this state our process is not completed. So in future when CPU is free, this process is moved to the running state so that it can complete his task. Okay, so please like and subscribe my channel, and if you have any doubt you can ask me in comment section.